If you guys watched yesterday's live, you know the deal. This is my coffee setup. 5:54. Gotta get some water. Of course. I do 6 cups of water, 3 scoops of coffee. I don't know if you can see this okay. 1, 2, make sure it's on bold. But I feel like I have so much to put away. We have dishes that we washed last night. Maybe I should also like transfer the olive oils. We get all of our plates and bowls from Heath Ceramics, which we are literally obsessed with. I think they're so beautiful. We get them in like a sand color. I think the color is sand. I'm just like cleaning up because our apartment, we like didn't get a chance to do it before we went to bed last night. I actually, don't tell anybody, but I broke one of these bowls, and these bowls like are so precious to us, and I was so upset. So now we only have, I think we have 3 and not 4 bowls. Which is funny because since it's just my fiance and I, we don't even like use the plates and bowls that much. Like we do our dishes pretty frequently, but the fact that we only own 3 bowls is like kind of funny. These are our favorite mugs. That's kind of like a junk drawer a little bit. Actually, let's do the dishes. We have a little bit of dishes right now. While we wait for the coffee, might as well. Oh my gosh, you guys, yesterday, I went to pour water from this water filter and then the lid, like basically this entire top part was filled up. And so the lid fell off into the sink and all the water just splattered all over me. And I was like, awesome. That is great. I was like, that was my bad for not being impatient. Good morning, you guys. I'm just like kind of straightening up. I wanted to wait for our coffee, so. Good morning, everybody. It's a little bit better. I was like, also sorry, I literally just woke up. All right, let's get some coffee. Oh, you said you loved our kitchen. Thank you so much. You guys are so sweet. Gotta get our mug. Somebody yesterday, oh my gosh, I should brush my hair. I literally woke up like 2 seconds ago. So, my bad. And I brushed my teeth. Hello from Iowa. Hey. Let's see. I'm trying to see if I can figure this out. Okay. Sorry, you guys, I'm like not talking a lot right now. I'm just trying to read through this. Hello from South Carolina. Hello. I have my almond milk that I'm like not an oat milk fan. That might be a hot take, but I only like almond milk. Oat milk feels a little too heavy, like it's too thick. Okay, so I put a little bit of almond milk. Kentucky, hey. Okay, almond milk. And then I get so impatient. I'm like, oh, can the coffee be done already? We're only on cup 4, but I think I'm just going to pour it. Let's see. Yum. Your matching pajamas are adorable. Thank you. Yeah, you guys, how do people, like, in all seriousness, how do people moderate? Like, I'm so new to this that I don't know. I didn't even know that was a thing. I am not a regular milk fan. Let's see. Let's go here. Ooh, I have to get moderators or make somebody in the chat moderators. That's good to know. Right. Having other people do it will keep me from having to do it myself. I think that's a good idea. I'm in Oregon right now. I grew up in California, but I live in Oregon. So to me, that is very different. It's like the first time that I've ever lived out of state, out of California, but I've been loving it. It's really beautiful, but yep. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm like so sleepy right now. New Jersey, hey. Oregon is really nice. It's really beautiful. I think there's so much nature. Like, one thing that I wish I could take advantage of more, that I want to take advantage of more, is like being out in nature and embracing where I live because it's so gorgeous. I just think sometimes I just like stay at home, and I wish I could like go out a little bit more. But I also love being home. I'm a little bit of a homebody, so. Boston, hey. Did I see the zoo? I went to the Oregon Zoo recently. I went to the Oregon Zoo around Christmas time, and they had the entire place set up for Christmas and like with all these Christmas lights, and it was so cute. It was really fun. Okay, somebody said only let people in real life be moderators. Got you. Thank you. I appreciate the help because I really am so new. I am so new to live streaming, and so people have been telling me things along the way. Did you ride the zoo train? No, we went at nighttime. So actually, funny enough, even though we went to the zoo, we didn't really see any of the animals because we went at like 7 or 8 p.m., which obviously in the wintertime it's like fully dark out. Somebody said, where's Jordan Belfort? He's asleep. So lame, right? Nature is important. Studies have shown that being with nature actually improves mental well-being. No, I agree. And sometimes like when I just stay at home all the time, I like need to get out. I'm like, you know, it's not super healthy for me to like stay within these four walls as much as I love being home and as much as I love like being productive, you know, if I'm getting things done, it's like I really need to get out there. Get out to the world. You have the same necklace. You guys have, okay, funny story. I haven't told anybody about this. So I have this necklace. I want to say it's from a brand called Lillian Rue, and I love it. Like, it's such an awesome necklace. But I messed up so that the chain like is attached to each other. Both sides of the chain are attached, and I can't fix it. Like, I can't unknot it. And so this necklace is fully stuck on me right now. And so but I don't want to like just rip it off because I want the necklace. Like, I think it's such a beautiful one. But I'm getting married in July, and so I'm like, what do I do for my wedding? Do I keep it on just like forever? Do I rip it off, or do I try to like come in with a needle and take it off maybe? I don't even know. Oops. Congrats. Thank you. This is kind of funny. Thank you. We're really excited to get married. And I still need some jewelry and stuff. But we have our wedding dress, we have our wedding venue. It's gonna be super small, but I'm excited for it. I feel like in all honesty, like people have been asking for some wedding content, and like to me, I was like, it feels like we're not doing anything. So it feels like there's nothing really to share, which is not true. Like, just because we're not having a big wedding doesn't mean that there's nothing to share. You know, we have 25 people coming, even though it's immediate. Yeah, 25 people, like literally parents, grandparents, siblings, and respective plus ones, or like uncles, aunts. And so, but it's also more the fact that like I'm not really planning much, or I feel like we haven't really been planning anything. Luckily, like Alex, family, they are like so on top of these things, and like my mom, like I don't know, like our family's been helping out in certain ways, and so oh, thank you for subscribing to the channel. But yeah, sometimes I just feel like I'm just not doing enough for it. You know, I went to 2 wedding dress places and found my dress on the second one, but I also was sick that day. And so it just hasn't felt like this grand big thing, which it doesn't have to feel that way. I'm just saying, like, that's kind of why I feel hesitant to share online, because I'm like, I don't really know what to talk about, but I think there are things to talk about. Somebody asked what's on the counter. That is almond milk for my coffee. Yeah, I hope that makes sense because no, don't put so much stress on yourself. Do you have a maid of honor helping? No, there's no maid of honor. There's no bachelor party. There's no bachelorette party. Like my maid of honor, I guess, would be my sister. Yeah, But with that said, like we have our family, they're literally planning everything for us. Like they're being super sweet. Obviously we're involved. Um, but it's very chill. Like it's very low key. And I think that's something enough to talk about because sometimes on social media, I feel like I've been seeing a lot of people talk about their weddings, and not a lot of people have small weddings, or maybe they're not talking about having courthouse weddings and stuff. But that was totally an option for us. Gold and silver is my wedding gift to you. Thank you. Hey, you're lucky to have helpful families. Appreciate them. Haha. Small weddings are the way to go. I agree. I truly appreciate them so much because I think, especially when we're in Oregon, it's like a different mindset for us. So when we're in Oregon, I'm not even really thinking about the wedding. Like I forget that we're getting married in July because everything, if we've needed to get something done, it's happened within an hour, right? Like we've just gotten it done. And then when we're back at home and our families are asking about the wedding and we're talking about the things that we need to do, it's more top of mind. But it is kind of silly that um it is kind of silly that I just forget that we're getting married in July. Like I want to get married. I That's without a doubt. The wedding, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we're having a wedding in July. What do you do for work? I make content. I've been making content for 2 years. I was actually working in wealth management. I was working in finance for, I think, almost 4 years after I graduated college. And then, and I guess that's the topic of the chat right now because everyone's talking stocks, but that was the industry that I was in. And then I made my first YouTube video and I was obsessed. I was like, wait, this is all I want to do. I just want to make content 24/7. And so I just kept filming and editing YouTube videos and posting one every single Sunday and trying to get better because I didn't know anything about YouTube. I didn't know anything about editing. And so I do that. And then I also work part-time at an AI company in the content world still. So I'm fully in the content industry. I get to meet so many cool creators. And I also think like the beauty of working elsewhere and part-time too is the fact that like I can interact with other people. Like sometimes I'm a very extroverted person, I would say, more so introverted now, but in general, I love talking to people 24/7. Like all I want to do is just be with other people and learn from them. And so being able to work part-time kind of gives me that social aspect to it, which has been really nice. Y'all are talking lots of stocks and bonds out here. What do you guys do for work? I'm glad you're living your best life. Thank you. And I feel like the last year was so hard. Hmm. Let's see. Thank you. Sorry, I got distracted trying to like manage this. But last year, what was so hard was the fact that I wasn't working part time. I was actually full time in content, and we moved to Oregon. And so, um, I I didn't have the social aspect of it. And so I just felt, and I wasn't like confident in what I was posting and what I was doing on content. So I had no idea. I didn't know what I wanted my channel to be. I was fully experimenting. I was just kind of like filming everything and thinking I was doing the right things, but it definitely just comes with practice. And yeah, I think that was really challenging because I didn't feel I didn't feel like I had my place on the internet yet, or like my little corner of the internet. And I felt like my videos, like I felt very authentic in my videos, but at the same time, I didn't feel like my videos were necessarily a reflection of myself. Like, for example, as much as I love some of the like travel Portland videos, I was like, wait, it's kind of hard for me to do that because I've never really lived here. So it was a way of me exploring and a way of me of getting to know the city, which was really nice. But at the same time, I was like, oh, um, I don't know if I was just like doing my day to day, I wasn't necessarily just documenting my life. I was more going out into the world to make content, if that makes sense. And the fact that like I didn't really know very many people in Oregon. So I was going through this like mental internal dilemma while also being at home a lot. And yeah, I didn't feel like I was really like meeting people or getting a lot of social interaction. So I felt like I was just so in my head the entire year. Although when I started working at this company, I think that has been a huge help. And also, after you live in a city for a year, you get to know people, you have friends, it's like you just get more comfortable where and I knew last year was going to be hard. Like if my fiance works a lot, and so um I think, yeah, I don't know. I think the first year moving to a new city is always the hardest. And I let myself have some grace for that, but that was why it was kind of challenging. We moved to Oregon for cost of living. No, it was for a job opportunity. I got distracted trying to block all the haters. Thank you. Marcus, you liked and subscribed. Thank you. I look 20, or sorry, I'm 28. I'm 28 years old. Yeah, just like starting a brand new business, extremely difficult, a lot of hours that are unpaid. Yeah. And because I wasn't good at it either, it was nice that I had the time to figure it out because I went full time and I was just like putting so much out there because I told myself, I've made a vow to myself that when I started making YouTube videos, I was going to post a long form every single week and I was going to try to post a short form every single day. But oh my gosh, it was burning me out to post short form every single day because I didn't know how to do it, right? So I'm learning everything from scratch. So everything's just taking me so much longer. And making content really is like building a business. And so I just didn't know any of that. I was like, I've just been wanting to make content just for fun and figure out when like how to do this all along the way. So I feel like you guys have really seen my journey of like the very first time that I posted YouTube and like what I'm trying to do now. It just feels so different. When's the next vlog? Sunday. I have it scheduled. You guys, I have been on my editing grind. I've been like really laser focused on filming and editing just videos that I absolutely love. Like what I would want to watch, I hope you guys want to watch because I don't know, I'm just trying to make it more personal, like genuinely what I'm doing on my day-to-day. Kind of like more like live streaming, I guess. Like things that I'm passionate about, things that I want to talk about. And so yeah, it's scheduled for Sunday. I have this like feeling that anytime I finish a vlog and anytime I upload it onto YouTube, I want to post it right then and there. But then I need to make sure it's like still on a schedule. I don't want to throw you guys off. Like all of a sudden it's a Tuesday and you're like, wait, what? Consistency is key to success. I agree. Quick route to burnout. Yeah, I feel like I struggled with burnout so much. Nice PJs, thank you. These are from Petite Plume. What else do you guys? What else do you guys like watching on live streams? And also, what do you guys like watching on vlogs? Because I make vlogs, right? I make YouTube content. Somebody said, no way, she just woke up. No, I literally did. I haven't even brushed my hair. I brushed my teeth, but then I didn't brush my hair. Oh, Farmer's back. We were literally talking about how funny the chat was last night. We were cracking up. We had so much fun on live last night. You guys, I'm drinking coffee. Cheers. It's 6:21 a.m. I've been live for 27 minutes. Okay, one of you guys said you wish your hair was perfect when you wake up. That's very kind of you. Sometimes I don't feel like my hair is really perfect when I wake up. Actually, normally it's not. Although I have like a different, like my hair gets really greasy pretty quickly. Like, I don't know if this is because I've shampooed my hair every single day since I could remember, but oh, you have thin wavy hair, so it gets frizzy. So I have a lot of really thin hair, and I don't know if you can kind of tell, but it just gets so greasy so fast. So no matter, even if I shower and like wash my hair at nighttime, I wake up and I swear to you, it is greasy. I'm like, how? Why? And so recently I've been using this dry shampoo from, I think the brand is K18, and it seriously is insane. Like, so my uncle and my aunt own a hair salon in the Bay Area, and I'm like, I tell them all the time, I'm like, you guys, my hair is always so greasy. Every single time I use a dry shampoo, it always makes my hair just feel dirty. And so they told me about this one product that they've been using, and also their clients have been saying that they've loved it too, and it's the best. And so I think that's also why my hair looks a little bit better, because I haven't washed my hair in like a couple days. What time is it there? It is 6:23 in the morning. I woke up I like opened my eyes at probably around 5:45, maybe a little bit earlier, and I was like, I should go live. Gym today? Yeah, we're going to Lagree today. Lagree is, I should really look up like what exactly Lagree is, because I always say it's just a harder version of Pilates. Pilates, it's like similar movements, but I think with Lagree, you add more resistance from the springs. So it's pretty hard, but I don't know. We've been going back and forth. I feel like I want to go back to a gym that has classes at a gym or something like that, because going to Lagree, first of all, it's been so hard getting into classes, and I haven't been able to work out as much as I would like to. And then also I'm not getting any cardio in. So when I filmed a YouTube video that was going to Lagree every single day for a month. And so I went for 30 days straight, almost. And I was absolutely shredded. Like, I got so much muscle. And then after that video, like, we signed up for the unlimited class and stuff, but sometimes their schedule and also the fact that we want to go together, we've only been going, I don't know, maybe 3 times a week. Like, those are really the times that we can go into class or get into class. And so we haven't been going very often. So I don't know. I think we want to start going to a gym. You also have to shampoo your hair every day, so you know the struggle. Do you know the brand for the dry shampoo? It's called K18. And it's a white bottle with like purple lining. It's so good. I think it might be linked in my bio. Maybe. Or I'll do it right after I get off live stream, because it's awesome. I wish I had other ways of just like sharing links and stuff with you on this, but yeah, I have a Shopmy, which Shopmy is really nice to just have everything under one place. Hello from West Michigan. Hey. We're just having a little coffee chat. I kind of need to straighten up the apartment though. Last night, Alec and I went live on YouTube and we were playing Scrabble and shampoo is linked in our bio. No, you guys, dry shampoo, the dry shampoo for hair products. We were playing Scrabble and it was so fun, but we have everything like still fully laid out on our coffee table. So I should probably put that away. Maybe I should do that now. Sorry, I don't know if it's kind of dark, but I'm like not really in the mood to have bright lights on. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see this okay. Got our computer. These were our letters last night. Somebody said, do you play Call of Duty? No, I don't. I'm never really big into video games. One of you guys said, what are you going to school for? I graduated. How long did I graduate ago? Like, I want to say I graduated 6 years ago. And I went to school for communications. And it is super expensive. I don't know, people feel different ways about this. What do you want to go to school for? Because I think that also depends on whether you should go back to school or not, because it is really expensive. So do you want to have that investment, or maybe you can get that in other ways? I don't know. Yeah, with my comm degree, my communications degree. Ooh, last night it was a close game. There we go. Oops. How cute is this set? Ooh, you have your associates in computer programming. You just haven't gone back to finish your bachelor's. Yeah, it sounds really hard. If you guys want a good board game rec. Oh no, I forgot letters over here. Oh my gosh. This is a vintage bookshelf edition. Tell me this is like not so cute. Go. Okay. Oops. I have such a strict like look of how everything, or like everything in our home has its place. When I was living in LA before Alec and I moved in together, I literally could tell if somebody moved a book because that's how tidy my place was, which is kind of insane. Okay, so this, also how beautiful is this? I thrifted it. So we got some vintage matches at a thrift store. So we just kind of like throw that in here, light a candle when we want. And then earlier I talked about Heath Ceramics, which is where we get all of our plates and bowls and stuff. And we also have this vase that we got from Heath Ceramics. How cute is that? I think it's called a bulb vase or something like that. You guys, I'm low-key fed up with this thing. tidy house, tidy mind, as they say. No, I agree. If my apartment is a mess, look, okay, I think in my last YouTube video or 2 YouTube videos ago, it was after I helped my mom move houses, but you guys, I was such a mess like around the apartment. I hadn't unpacked until a week after I got home, which is so rare for me. Normally I'm like touchdown, get home, walk through the door, immediately unpack. But there's just something about that week where I was like, I don't know, moving houses, you're like, you just kind of had to process things, or I just like jumped right back into work, like as if nothing happened. And I was like, why did I do that? I just needed like a day to decompress a little bit and chill. Oh, your mom has these board games. No way. But yeah, so I think that week I filmed and I was like, let's get our life together a little bit, because I was living in filth at that point in my mind. I'm like, normally I need spotless. Meanwhile, my boyfriend leaving all his work clothes on the floor. Yeah, for real. Introvert era, for real. I am in my introvert era right now. Although I wish I went live last year, because this makes me feel like I'm not in my introvert era anymore. It's fun talking to you guys. Yeah, Elizabeth said, boy, get your stinky socks out of here. For real. It's so funny. I'm like, and sometimes the clothes are right next to the hamper too. And I'm like, it's right there. The hamper's right here. Oh, Chris, you said you're moving in 2 months. It's stressful. Yeah. From finding out we were moving to officially being here in Portland, we had 9 days. And we were in Portland at the time. And so literally I flew down to LA, packed everything, and we basically a week later were officially moved here. And it almost was better because you just kind of ripped the Band-Aid off, but it also was the most hectic week of my life. I'm dead. Yeah, if you take me to prom, I will probably have a schedule, an itinerary. Pineapple and pizza or not, definitely a big no. I do not like pineapple and pizza. Let's see, maybe we can... This is where the stuff on our bookshelf goes. Also, you guys, do you have a brick? One of these guys? Because this thing saves me from being on social media for too long. Basically, you have to physically scan your phone onto the brick if you want to get on Instagram or like any of the apps that you have blocked, and it's so good. I feel like it really creates a barrier so that you don't go on social media. And not necessarily having to delete it. Because I'm like, you know, social media, I'm always on social media. I'm on social media right now, but it kind of forces me not to scroll and stuff. Olives on pizza? No, I also don't like olives, I don't like olives. I don't like pineapple on pizza. Honestly, I'm a classic. I like veggie. I like cheese. You said you've never heard of that, just don't use the app. Yeah, but it could be it's hard. Sometimes you just start scrolling, or you can get distracted pretty easily. So I like that because I'll schedule it in the morning or nighttime or something like that. And so somebody said picky. I know, you guys. I'm actually not that picky, but when it comes to those things, I don't know, I'm not vibing with it. But yeah, I think this is a little bit different. I don't have my phone bricked right now because obviously I'm on YouTube right now. But normally what I would do is like I would have the schedule so that my phone is bricked on from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. So it makes sure that you like don't go on your phone first thing in the morning. And then also I would do it for the evening time. So maybe 6 to 9 p.m. And sometimes you don't realize, or you're checking your email or you're just doing something on your phone. So I think it's kind of nice because as soon as you see that your phone's bricked, you're like, oh, whatever, I'll just go on something else. So it's not necessarily like you have to have it, but I do think it's a good to have. Somebody said, what's your channel about? My channel, I love kind of like self-improvement, morning routines, health and wellness. Kind of like what we were just talking about with breaking your phone, just making your life a little bit easier, not necessarily being on social media too much, but doing more hobbies, even if you're not very good at it, because crocheting, I'm not very good at that right now. Good morning. Oh, you said you love my haircut. Thank you. My uncle cuts my hair. He is the best hairstylist. He's the only person I trust with my hair. Hair is such a unique thing to you that sometimes I get scared if I go to a new person. And he's been cutting my hair for 10 years, maybe? Oh, nice. You have a channel too? Yeah, oh, you guys are so sweet. We're having a little coffee chat. Oh, you guys, I haven't even been seeing these gifts. That's so sweet. Yeah, if somebody messed up your hair, the thing is it's such a central part of like your face and your body and stuff and or like your physical being. Trey, thank you for subbing and liking. Um, the boy in the striped pajamas. I don't really remember what that was about. Pizza or tacos? I think I have to go oh, that's hard. I think I'm gonna have to go tacos. But I love pizza. But I try not to eat that much dairy. Although I love pizza. You said you've been in the Army for 18 years. 9 out of 10 haircuts I've had in your 36 years have been messed up. That's funny. I'm so dead. Love the outfit. Reminds me of Grandpa from original Willy Wonka. You're so right. Wait, that's hilarious. Chai, thanks for subbing and liking. Tacos or burritos? I think I'm gonna have to go burrito. What's your favorite fast food restaurant? You guys, I haven't been to a fast food restaurant in probably 20 years. Ooh, In-N-Out. Just kidding. I remember In-N-Out. But the only reason why I haven't been is because I have struggled with like skin issues like eczema and stuff. And there was a point where like even if I went out to a normal restaurant, like not fast food, just some basic restaurant, I would literally be like crying in so much pain because my stomach hurt so bad. And I never really understood why. And I was like, is it from the oil or the butter? Like I was just trying to figure out what was the cause of it. So I really just try to cook as much as I can from home. How do I like my coffee? I do a splash of almond milk. I probably do this much almond milk and then the rest just drip coffee. But I do love lattes. We've been making a lot of matcha lattes too. But I don't know, the last week or so, ever since I went back home. So I don't know if you guys checked my channel, it's probably like 3 weeks ago. We've been drinking drip coffee. Sorry, I'm reading all these. Do you guys watch, what was that show called? Masked Singer? Who was your favorite singer on there? You guys, when T-Pain was on it, I don't know if you remember that. That was the last time I watched the show. I love T-Pain. You're surprised I'm not a tea person. Honestly, yeah. Same. I just don't like the tea or the taste of tea. I'm like, it's so boring. I want coffee. What's your skincare? Your skin looks so nice and healthy. Thank you, Matthew. I use Kiehl's for everything. I've had more skin issues that you can probably imagine. And I was actually talking to some friends yesterday and they were like, no, you have such great skin. I was like, you guys, my skin was really, really struggling 2 years ago in 2024. So not that long ago. And I had eczema, like, and when I say eczema, like really bad eczema, it totally flared up around my eyes, around my mouth, my entire chest and neck and arms, like literally everywhere. And so I basically just like went down to the basics. And for my skincare routine, I'm like moisturizer. I use this one thing from Tower 28. It's called the Daily Rescue Spray. So I spray that on my face, put on moisturizer, then I use Kiehl's barrier cream or something like that. And that's pretty much it because you said Wyatt said you look 26. How old are you? Your personality matches a 30-year-old. Yeah, I get that a lot. People always think that I am a lot older than I am, like just based off of how I act. And I would say when I was working in finance, I started working in finance when I was 22 or 23, and people literally thought I was acting like 32 at that point. Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe I've just always been an old soul. I don't know. You're 26, Elizabeth. Nice. Yeah. It's kind of crazy that I'm 28. The thing is, I feel like the pandemic kind of made things so weird. I don't feel 28. I don't know. Should we get some more coffee? I need my coffee to be scorching hot, and it's kind of like a lukewarm right now. Let's see. Yeah, cheers, you guys. Do you add sugar? Nope. Wait, somebody said, how did you meet your fiance? I met my fiance a week before I graduated in college. And our friends set us up kind of on a blind date. Like we were at a bar and, oh, somebody said drinking out of plastic. No, this is glass. We were at a bar and our friends were like, I think you would really like each other. And we ended up meeting. The first time we talked, it was so awkward. And like Alec just didn't say very much. And then later that night, we all hung out again as like a group of friends. And we were kind of like dancing, having a good time in a living room. We were all just kind of, I don't know, hanging out. It was a week before I graduated, so we were just trying to spend as much time with our friends as we could. And he ended up asking me to salsa dance, and I have 2 left feet. I get so awkward dancing, and I was like, oh, okay. And we ended up salsa dancing, and it was really cute. And he is fluent in Spanish, and so my family is Salvadorian. And when I heard him speak Spanish, I was like, what? Like, it just threw me so off guard. And then from that night on, we hung out every single day. And then I graduated on that Saturday. We met Tuesday, graduated on Saturday, and then that Sunday he ended up moving down to Arizona for the summer for baseball, and I moved down to LA, so we didn't even live in the same city until 3 years after we met. And so anytime I went back home, I would try to get together with him and we'd get dinner and stuff, but timing just didn't really work out immediately. So we didn't officially start dating until 4 years ago. Do you have an AM radio? No, I don't. Yeah, everyone lost 2 years in the pandemic. Yeah, that's how I feel. Elizabeth said, once I hit 29, that's it, I'll stop aging. Yep, exactly. I will be forever 29. If I'm on live in 3 years, I'm still 29. Yeah, I do. You guys, I'm a blusher. Okay, like I blush a lot. If I talk, if I laugh, I always get super rosy. So, hi from Turkey. Any dating tips? I would say something that I am actually going to be talking about in my upcoming video, in my YouTube video, is on the topic of loving yourself. No, I blush, like BLUSHER. My bad. Sorry if I'm kind of mumbling, you guys. But something that I talk about in that is the fact that Alec and I, when we both started dating 4 years ago, and when we kind of reconnected, I would say we both were kind of at our lowest points in life. Like mentally, I had a lot of personal, issues that I was trying to get past. And even though I was not super confident in myself, I felt like he thought I was so beautiful and like he saw the beauty in me, even though I didn't really see that in myself. And even though I think you should love yourself before getting into a relationship, I really feel like the right person will help you get to that point. And so I feel so much more confident now, but I think that's because he saw a lot in me at the time. So yeah, dating tips. I just think that don't settle. I think the right person for you is out there. Who asked who out first? That's a good question. We were so back and forth for I feel like 2-3 years that I'm trying to remember. On our first official date, he might think otherwise. I kind of feel like I did. 4 years ago, because I was like, oh, I'm going back home in the Bay Area. Would you want to get dinner? And he said yes. So I think that might have been our first date, maybe. But if he thinks it's the next day, we ended up going to a place probably 50 minutes away. And then he asked me out for that dinner. So I don't know. Whatever you classify as our first date. Robin, happy birthday. Yeah, Alec and I had like a very weird roundabout. Luckily, we have a lot of mutual friends too, though. Hi, Jazzy. Oops, I almost spilled my coffee setting it down. I was showing you guys yesterday, but I literally have so many hard drives. The life of a YouTuber. I don't know. Would I be classified as a YouTuber? No, I mean, I post on YouTube. I don't know. Hi, Lena. This is what I get up to after I stop live streaming. Although, should I just live stream and journal? Would it be boring if you guys just watch me live stream? That's the definition of a YouTuber. I know. I post on YouTube, so I'm a YouTuber. It was so funny though. The very first time I posted on YouTube, I was like, I'm going to be a YouTuber. There was no doubt about that. This is what I want to do. What was the best date you guys went on? I would say when we were traveling one day, we went, I don't know if you consider this a date, but we got some coffee at a local coffee shop and got some croissants that were literally one of the best croissants that I've ever had. And we just sat and talked for probably 4 hours, and it was so fun. Like, it was just so sweet. It was so memorable. We were outside enjoying the sun, and I think that was probably like my most memorable kind of hangout with him. But Alec is also really good at making dates at home. Like, he's a really great cook, and so sometimes when we first moved here, I think it was for our anniversary, we set up our coffee table with candles, and he made dinner, and we didn't even have a couch or chairs at that point, so we sat on the ground, and that was also really cute. Do you know if you can buy one hard drive that's 16 terabytes? That's a lot of terabytes. I don't know. Probably if you get one of those big ones, but I had a scare one time because I had one of these hard drives that was 4 terabytes, and it had my entire first year of YouTube on the hard drive. And all of a sudden it just stopped working and I couldn't access it. And it was starting to make like a bunch of noises, and I was like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden, instead of making the noises, it just completely shut off, would not work. And it was honestly too much money, in my opinion, but I didn't want to just lose all of that footage. So somebody had to go into my hard drive and rescue the footage, put it onto a new hard drive. So ever since that happened, I rather have 2 terabytes. So now I just have a bunch of 2 terabyte hard drives, because I'd rather only have 2 terabytes of footage to work through than a lot more. So it's a personal issue. I don't know how people deal with that, because I'm like, I have so many hard drives at this point then. How did he propose? You guys, actually we have a video. I have a video on this. It's called Best Week of My Life. But we were really busy with work around this time, so it was not even a thought. I did not think it was gonna happen. He kept telling me December, and I was like, can we get engaged? Like, whatever. I was just getting excited about it. And he was like, December. And it was August at this point. And his sister was in town visiting already. Like, she was already coming for a trip. And we were going to do a photo shoot with a friend. One of our friends is a photographer, and she was like, I am shooting a wedding. I need to test out a backup photographer. Like, would you guys mind being our models and doing a test shoot? And I was like, yeah, no problem. And so we were at the shoot. He ended up proposing, and I literally was sobbing. I had no idea. I was so shocked. I I did not know at all. I got ready for the photo shoot. I got ready for the proposal in maybe 15 minutes. Like no time at all. I was so exhausted. I didn't sleep the night before. Because I don't know, I had like weird dreams and stuff. But it was so special. And then afterwards, I was like, "Did your sister know?" And he was like, "Yeah, she's actually at dinner, and so is the rest of our family. They're all at dinner waiting for us." You guys, waterworks. I'm gonna tear up now thinking about it because it was my family hadn't visited at that time. Because we had just moved to Portland not too long before that, and the fact that they were all here just made my day. It was, yeah, he was very sneaky. And also, we spend all the time together. Like we're always together. And so I don't even know how he hid it. He changed the photographer's name to a guy. And he was just trying to be, yeah, he was so secretive about it. And it just made it 1,000 times worth it. It was awesome. Yeah, it was genuinely the best day of my life. And then that night, because I was so excited and because I I was just literally on cloud nine, I slept for maybe 2 hours that night. And yeah, it was awesome. My gosh, how is it already 7 a.m.? What time is it where you guys are? No, I am in Oregon right now. Yeah, it is West Coast. 10 a.m. where you are? Nice. You must be on the East Coast. Yeah, I'm in Oregon. I'm on the West Coast. I woke up I've been live for an hour. I think it goes by so fast. 8:59 in Texas. Awesome. Seven a.m. in LA. You guys, I miss LA so much. I want to be in LA. Houston, 9 a.m. Yeah. Oh, cool. I was just in Dallas last year. I went to Houston. I went to the Houston Rodeo. That was so fun. We went to go see the Turnpike Troubadours, and I was not a big country fan, but when I went to go see them live, absolutely loved it. 7 a.m. Washington, Garrett. Oh, we're pretty close to each other. Because I'm in Oregon. Which always feels real. Sometimes when people ask me where I am, I'm like, "Oh, I live in California." I'm like, "Wait, no, I don't." Oh, the rodeo is coming up pretty soon? Who are you? Are you gonna go / are you gonna see anybody perform? Is there anybody who's coming that you like want to go check out? It's Mardi Gras, Texas. Oh, taxes are probably better in Oregon. Versus California. Ooh, Forrest Frank. That's cool. I think he makes really good music. I'm forgetting the name of his songs right now. Hey Mitchell, Houston, Texas. Sunday Best. Oh yeah, for sure. Rascal Flatts. You went to go see Morgan Wallen. Have you guys heard of Turnpike Troubadours? I hadn't, and I'm obsessed with them now. So I don't know if that's one of the friends that I went with at that time. I guess that was probably around, I don't know, 3 years ago now. They love country music and they loved Turnpike Troubadours. and it was so worth it. I think going to concerts live and seeing artists perform live, literally my favorite thing on earth is seeing people passionate about what they do and like love what they do. And so, yeah, I think when I went to go see them perform, I was like, this is so sick. All right, you guys. Well, I think I'm going to hop off, but I don't think I can go live tonight, but I think maybe tomorrow will be a little bit better. So I hope you guys have an amazing rest of your day. Also, wait, before I go, will you let me know, like if I went live and I was journaling or like doing things throughout my day, would people watch that? Because this is new to me. So your guys' feedback I actually really appreciate and I totally listen to. And so I'm like, should I just go live throughout the day or should I do smaller sessions or stuff? Aw, thank you for sending a floating heart. Or do you guys not, would you guys watch content like that, live streaming? Aw, yeah, like and subscribe, everybody. If you want to share your life, it's up to you. And I think people would watch. Okay, that's good to know because I don't know. I this is very new to me, obviously. I think I'm on, I don't know, day 4 of live streaming, but I just also don't want it to be super boring. Like there was one time, the very first time I went, I was like, ooh, maybe I do ceramics and I live stream. And so I've just been figuring things out and like learning as I go, which I hope is okay with you guys. Because I don't know, it's a new concept. So yeah, I appreciate your guys' feedback and everything, but yeah, it's like hanging out. Yeah, exactly. That's kind of how I feel too. But also sometimes if I want to journal, like journaling takes me 45 minutes probably. And so I'm like, if I'm journaling for 45 minutes, I don't want that to be boring to you, you know? So as long as you're active with the chat. Okay, got it. Yeah. I'll do a little bit of both. Because like, what if I'm not talking for 45 minutes? Journaling. Do you know what I mean? That's where my dilemma comes in a little bit. Oh yeah, I know it might be hard to journal and chat. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. And also I don't have kids, so my fiance usually goes into the office and, you know, isn't at home. So it'd just be us hanging out. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later, but this morning was fun.